Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sofubi Sit Down. Today we're going to look at the 5 Points XL Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Deluxe 3-figure box set by Mezco. And this is the fourth of these sets that they've released. It is the fourth of these sets that I have. I really like the first three. I think they're super fun to play with and make dioramas with, and that is what I'm looking for with this set. So we're going to take a look at these guys right now, but first we're going to take a look at the box, because we got to take a look at the box, because the box is what they came in. And if you were observant, you saw that they were upside down in the box, but not to worry, because they are fine. They are fine. I checked them out. They're cool and good. So for the box, you have your typical clear window packaging in the front. You've got Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla Deluxe 3-figure box set. You've got 5 Points XL. On the top of the box, you have a cool print of the official Toho poster. Also cool. On the side of the box, you have the alternate version of the Toho poster. I believe this is the Toho poster. I don't know. What am I, a posterologist? Anyway, it's cool because this is done with the actual figures from the set, not the actual print of the poster. So that's kind of neat. On the back of the box, you have the product shots and some cool action shots. On the bottom of the box, we have Mezco Toy Co., a bunch of stuff, Facebook, Instagram, follow us on Twitter, blah, 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 blah. Ages 15 and up, not a toy for children, intended for adult collectors only. So that is good, because I'm not a children, I am an adult collector only. That's the box. Now, okay, so before we look at the figures, obviously we should look at the accessories, because there are quite a few, and they're pretty good. You get extra heads for each character. The heads all have some type of a hole in them for their breath and or laser effect. So here's the Godzilla. It's slightly different than the one on the figure. Very nicely sculpted. Really good detail on that. Nice paint on the eyes. The nostrils are done. The inside of the mouth is done nice. The teeth are all painted really nicely. The dorsals are painted really nicely. Sculpted quite nicely, and probably can't see it from there, but in the back of the mouth is a hole for his breath effect. So this would be the head you would use for that. You have a Mechagodzilla head, which is for his eyeball lasers, his rainbow lasers, and as you can see in his eyes, they are drilled out for the effect to fit in there. So you wouldn't use this as a separate head for any other reason other than the effect of the lasers. But also very nicely painted. I believe that's probably the color of the plastic that they use. So it's completely painted 100%. Even inside the mouth has some paint. You've got the nice little detailing on the side of the head. You can even see the rivets are sculpted in there. Really nice. Excellent. I love the King Seesaw head. This one actually has a closed mouth, which the other one is slightly more closed, but this one has the ears up, which I like that a lot. And then this eye has the hole in it for for his reflect beam, or whatever that thing is that he fires out of his eyeballs that reflects Mechagodzilla's beams back at him. Again, really nicely sculpted, nicely painted. You've got the crest there. It's got some paint. I mean, they've even got a little bit of green in the crest there, which is very nice. Ears are really well sculpted, really well painted. The teeth are well painted. This is really well done. There's no sloppy. It's not a sloppy paint job for how small these are. They're really well painted. Really like them. So those are the extra heads. You also get a breath effect for Godzilla, which is really nicely sculpted. Nice little piece of translucent blue hard vinyl there. That's very nice. It fits right in his mouth, like so. There you go. So that's cool. That's how that looks. I like that a lot. It looks good. It fits in there. It's coming out at a good angle. It stays in there. Love to see it. All right. For King Seesaw, we have his reflect beam, his mirror. I don't know what I don't know what Toho officially calls it, or if they even call it anything. But that's that, and that's also nice translucent. Got some yellow at the beginning, tapering into this sort of a ice blue, which is nice. And that goes in right there, like that. So that's cool. I like how that looks as well. I'm probably going to do, when I display these, all of them firing their various effects, unless it looks like overkill. Mechagodzilla comes with 2 of his eye lasers, and again, really nicely sculpted, you know, transferring from a lighter color all the way to the red at the end, which is cool, like that. They fit in his eyeballs like so, and they look cool, I think. There you go. So that's how that looks. From the front, it's completely goofy, but from the side, really cool, man. Super neat. Really like that. Really like that. So that's cool. But that is not all you get from Mechagodzilla. You also get his little electrical shock lightning bolt that fires out of his chest. As you can see here, you'll see it on the figure. You take this piece off of the figure, but they've gone and sculpted it onto the effect. Good grief, staying in focus. But they've gone and sculpted it onto the effect, so that when it's on the figure, it actually looks like that thing is flipped down and is firing the lightning bolt. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a cool detail that, you know, they could have just drilled a hole in his chest and said, stick the lightning bolt in there, but they did not. So that's cool. Appreciate the extra added effort. And last but not least, we have 2 sets of firing hands for Mechagodzilla, and I really like these. I think these are super cool, man. The effect of the smoke, and then the tip of the finger missile, just so cool. Really love that. Definitely will be displaying it with this. So really happy with that. Really happy with all these accessories. This is I'm pretty impressed, honestly. I'm looking forward to doing something fun with these guys. It also comes with 3 stands, which I already have on the figures, and we will look at the figures now. So let's take a look at these bad boys. That's why we're here, right? First up, King Seesaw in all his Okinawan glory. And I'm really happy with him. He is a good sculpt. As you can see, I have him on his stand. A lot of the other 5 points figures seem to stand fine on their own. These guys, I've gotten him to stand on his own. Mechagodzilla, I think, is a lost cause. Godzilla stands perfectly fine. I'll have to come up with a solution to that, because I don't want to build a diorama and have to account for the big blocks there. So we're going to hopefully come up with something, but that's for a later day. Let's take a look at this guy. We'll take the stand off for now. All right, so head sculpt, great. I really like this one. The sculpt work is just really good. I mean, for such a small figure, it's really, really well done. You've got excellent paint work on the crest. Again, as I pointed out before, I love the touch of green there. That's a really small little thing to paint, and that's pretty impressive that they did it. I know people have complained about the paint apps on these figures. I have never really run into an issue with the paint on any of these figures, any of the ones that I've had, for the most part, if I can recollect correctly, which I think I can. Somebody else on Facebook mentioned that they had a big gap here where the head meets the neck, and I'm not having that issue on mine, so hopefully he gets that corrected. So yeah, the hair is sculpted well on his mane, really looks nice. Looks really good going through the chest. The scales on his stomach look great. Scales on his arms look great. The nails look great. The little tufts of hair on his arms, quite cool. Back looks quite nice. He's got a wiggly waggly tail, also sculpted nice. The legs are sculpted nicely as well, very nice. A little bit of hair sculpted on there. The nails are painted nicely. You've got the back of the feet, it even has a little back claw there with a little bit of extra hair, which is nice again. Really nice. Articulation wise, I know they're called 5-point XL or whatever. I don't know. The 5 points of articulation, I assume, is what they're talking about. Although I can't find 5 on this guy. The tail maybe, but I don't know. The arms move up and down. You're not, this isn't a SH Monster Arts figure. And the legs move like that. So, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, you get a little bit of play in the arms. You're not going to do much with the legs. And like I said, he can stand, not on his stand, but you do got to play with him a bit. There you go. So, there you go. Overall, with this guy, super happy with him, super happy with the sculpt. Let's take a look at the accessory with him. So, I haven't done this yet, so let's see. Oh, look at that. Super easy. Pop the head off. Put the new head on. Slides on there. Yeah, no issues there on that one either. So that's cool. And let's see. His little reflecto beam goes in there like that. Yeah, that's cool. Of all of the effects, this is the one I probably won't use, but we'll see. But I do like it. It's cool. We'll leave it in there now for the moment, just so when all of them are fully effected up, we can get a comparison shot. But yeah, so that's cool. Happy with him. Let's move on to Mechagodzilla, shall we? All right, Mechagodzilla. Let's check him out. Have I said how much I love the 270s? Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla movies. Really all the 70s Godzilla movies. In the last 10 years have really come to love the 270s Mechagodzilla movies. I think they're so fun. They're just really well done, especially for the small budgets that they had. So anyway, yeah, this is him. He's also pretty solid. Pretty happy with this guy too. Start off with the head sculpt. And like I said, it's cool. The rivets are sculpted in there. This little whatchamahoozy is also sculpted in there, which is, if the whatchamahoozy wasn't there, I would have had to have deducted points. Eyes are painted yellow, and the paint's nice. It's not sloppy. It's not. They have not painted outside the lines, so that's nice. The entire figure is painted silver, and it looks good. It's evenly painted. It looks nice. There's a little bit of weathering done to it, but yeah, the head's nice. Eyes are yellow. Everything's painted nicely. Even the inside of the mouth has some paint in it, which is nice. Looks great from the side. You've got these extra sculpted details on his neck. You've got the little ridges here. You've got this plate here on his neck, sculpted very nicely. You've got his yellow button there. This piece here comes out. We won't do it yet. But that piece comes out, and that's where the electrical John plugs in. So we'll do that in a bit. Arms sculpted with the ridges there on the elbows, on the shoulders, the MG on his. I thought it was pretty cocky of the aliens to be like, you know what, we're just gonna brand this dude right on his arm because we're just jerks. From the back, very nice. Spines are nice. Again, just tons of detail on this guy. Rivets all over on his arms, on his back, all around his waist, on his belt has even got it. Like everything is really nicely detailed. You got the little ridges here on his hips. You've got them on his knees. He's got his little spiky jaunts on his kneecaps there. He's got his toe missiles there. Again, not a lot of paint breakup on this guy because he's just a big silver robot for the most part with a few accent. But, you know, all in all good. Articulation wise, the head swivels hither and yon. The arms rotate completely around, I guess. Yeah, do they? We'll try it. Let's test it. Yes, they do. The hands also move, so that's cool. Legs also move. Not that you would do that, because that's just silly. And as I stated previously, he does not stand without his stand. I don't think. No, he's a leaner. So, diorama time will require me to put something there to prop up his tail or something like that. But I mean, all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. He's cool. I like him. Let's do his accessories now. Okay, let's get this guy accessorized. We will swap out his head. Oh boy. Okay. It's a pretty nice peg there. Push the other one down. Alright, cool. So that is the alternate head for the lasers. So let's get those. One laser, two laser. So that's that effect. And I do dig it. I think it's cool. Maybe not from the front. Definitely from the sides. Very cool, very cool. Oh, I almost had a balance. I did. Look at that. I balanced it. Next up, this. Okay. For the moment, I'm going to pop these out. And we will pop this off. So this little piece here just snaps right in there like that. Now, that is a tiny little piece. You do not want to misplace that. That would be a bummer. So then we will take this. And like I said before, this is sculpted in a way where you put it in this way and it looks like it has flipped down. Come on, there you go. And it looks like it's flipped open, so that's super cool. And then you have that. So it looks like it's funny. It looks like his beam effects actually balance him out. So that's kind of neat. If I take that out, he's gonna tip backwards, but because it's in there, he's balanced. So that's that. And that also is really cool. Really cool. I dig that a lot. That is pretty awesome. And then last, and certainly not least, are the missiles. So let's, for the sake of not getting overwhelmed by things, just pop the electric out, pop the hands off, slide the new hands on, and easy peasy, man. Very nice. And that is fantastic. That is so cool. So let's just do it all. Like that scene where he goes ham and just launches everything. This one's, there's a notch. See how you can see it's kind of notched in a way there. So you just gotta line it up, which isn't the easiest thing to do. Come on. There you go. So you got that. And we got that. And we got that. And that is him going completely buck wild with all this stuff out of the way. And yeah, so it's probably a bit overkill. I don't think I will display him like that. But you know, if you want it to be a Rayapalooza, there you have it. So that's pretty cool. I do like it. I just think the accessories really make this set stand out. These are really fun. So that's that. Pretty cool. All right, man. Last but not least, of course, we have the big guy himself. So let's take a look at Godzilla. And lastly, but not leastly, we have Godzilla himself. And like I said, he does not need a stand at all, which is nice. And let's take a look at him. He is very nicely sculpted as well. All in all, I think we're 3 for 3 on these. These are really nice. Although, I did speak too soon about paint issues, and I'll show you that in a moment. All in all, though, very good sculpt, very accurate to the look of the suit in the movie. Well done, well painted. The eyes, very nicely painted. The mouth, inside the mouth, very nicely painted. All the nice small details of the teeth. The eyes painted very neatly again. Nothing outside the lines, nothing sloppy. Makes me happy. The dorsals, really nice. There's a nice dry brushing on those, which I think shows up really nicely. The skin texture, really good. It's exactly what you would expect for a Godzilla figure. Textured perfectly. The nails are painted a nice yellowish color there. Spikes, dorsals painted all the way back to the end of the tail. Very nice. Legs nicely sculpted. Feet nicely sculpted. Toenails nicely painted. And then there's what I was talking about. Got these two tiny little paint blemishes. I don't know if it's just where some other paint maybe blotched onto him or something there. It's something. It's not a huge deal. It's not something that's going to bother me when it's sitting on a shelf, but it is there. So, you know, it is what it is. It's not a huge deal. Again, all in all, very nice job on this guy. Very happy with him. Articulation wise, his head swivels, his arms do the full 360, his legs will move, but again, why would you? So really for this guy, you're mainly looking at head, neck articulation, and arm articulation, and that's pretty much it for him. Let's take a look at his accessory. It's going to be the same as with Mechagodzilla. You're going to pull that bad boy off. You're going to pop this other one on. And, oh, that is a tight one there. Goodness. Get on there. There you go. All right. So, pop that one on. And then his effect is super easy. It just jams right in the back of his throat. And there it is. So, that's a keeper. That's probably how I'm going to keep him. That looks cool. Very happy with it. It looks cool from all the angles there. So that's neat. Keeps him balanced, which I like. As you saw there, he weeble wobbled, but he did not fall down. So yeah, man, good. Happy with him as well. Let's take a look at all of them in their full effect blasting modes here. I guess we'll do it in a way that makes some sort of sense, right? So I'll put those two there. Put him here. And if you really wanted to go completely bonkers with your diorama, there you go. So yeah, man, super happy with this set. Let's do some size comparisons. These are tiny, so we'll do some size comparisons and wrap this bad boy up. Comparison wise, let's scale them with some things here. Here is the Angulus from the 5-point Mezco Destroy All Monsters set that came out. I can't remember if he was set 1 or set 2, but that's how. So I mean, obviously properly scaled there. That's cool. You have the Godzilla from the Destroy All Monsters set. So you can see, again, it's properly in scale there. Here is the Hedorah from the Mezco Hedorah set. Oh, I should probably put him on his stand. That's the Hedorah. So again, they all seem to be. Hedorah might be a little short for these guys. Let's see. We've got your typical standard Bandai 6-inch figure. There's the -1 figure that we have previously looked at. So that's how they scale. You have your another 6-inch. Here's a 6-inch Angulus that we previously have looked at. So again, these are tiny. These are small figures. We've got just have random stuff from previous videos. Here's the Godzilla 57 Marmot figure with them. So yeah, you can see they're fairly small figures. They are right around 5 inches. So there you go. Last but not least, here's how they scale with an ice cold can of hams. You can't even see Godzilla through that hams. The beer refreshing. So yeah, man, small figures. Final thoughts? Sure. All right, so here we have them just in a quick little landscape that I made a couple of years ago, just for taking photos, really. It's never actually something I would put on a display, but it makes for a cool backdrop for pictures. But it just gives you the idea of what you can do with these things. You don't really need a lot to get something cool out of it, and they're really cool. This is a great set. It gets a really high recommend from me. I think I paid $65 for it. It's one of my favorite things I've looked at this year, and I've looked at a lot of stuff. And honestly, man, I just love it. I can't wait to build a little diorama with these. I'm super happy with them. The accessories are cool as hell. They're sculpted cool. Other than the 2 little blemishes on on Godzilla's leg, they're painted beautifully. They're just super fun. If you do not have a lot of space, or if you don't have the money to buy 3 X Plus figures to build yourself a little display for this movie, you cannot beat this. This is an awesome value. They're super cool. I love them. I'm super glad I got them. I'm going to build a diorama with them. I built dioramas for my other ones as well, and I'm going to build a diorama for this one and put them on the shelf with those. I am super happy with it. Definite recommend from me. Thanks so much for watching. Everybody have a really good Christmas. Have a happy New Year. If I don't get a video out before then, we will see you in 2024. In the meantime, if you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. I really appreciate you.